3, 2, 1.
Hi everybody, welcome back to Dragon Age Origin. We're kicking off where we left off at Soldier's Peak. Personally, one of my favourite areas, mainly because if you're building a strength character or you've got a character you're using a character who uses strength, it's a really good set of armour, well, chest set, but still. Oh, and perfect. Loading it gives a little bit of history on it. Then it's apparently haunted or something now. I ain't afraid of no ghost. Okay, here we go. Just had to kill some skeletons. And there's more! And dead. No, it meant the enemy's dead, not me.
That's lucky.
Yeah. Oh, this statue had a glittering spear at the bottom. Oh, just a history thing. Get me XP though.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Hi everybody, this is the captain speaking again. Today we're going to be going back on ourselves, believe it or not. So last episode you may have heard me mention an airport called EGMJ when we went from Cambridge to Bedford and we passed it. Well, in today's episode I figured it's EGMJ but MJB, we can't not go to it. So in this episode we'll go in there and let's go.
Oh, there. I've got a crossbow, but it's a strength build one. So because I'm doing an archer, not a crossbowman. So let's see what it looks like. If you don't like it.
Okay, we are ready?
I still love the size of the longbow compared to the dwarf. If you have a quick look at it on my back.
Oh, that one.
It's basically
it's
basically bigger than the dwarf.
Okay, this is MJBB-02 ready to take off, and let's go.
That actually is another character I want. There's 2 more characters I want, but the problem is you're going to have a party of 4, including yourself.
Mm.
The question is, I want to keep Sven, obviously, because just look at him. He looks fucking intimidating with that helmet on. But there's also a DLC one where you get a golem, and then one of the other ones is a dwarf berserker like character, which is awesome. But I want to keep if I'm doing the Morgan love interest one, I want to keep her in the party.
Yeah.
So I've only got space for 1 more character because I can get rid of Liliana. Thing is though, with Liliana, she actually appears in all 3 games. I don't ever remember seeing her in 2, but she's actually your spy master in Inquisition. And if you go certain routes, like if your Grey Warden character romanced her in Origin, she brings it up, and when you attend like a royal ball or something, it's meant that she was the lover of the Grey Warden who saved Ferelden, which is actually really cool. I love games that have like memory.
Yeah, they cross-reference each other.
Like with Fable 2, the images on the Chamber of Fate reflect your character's story. But there's actually one problem with Fable and Fable 2. It contradicts itself. You know how in Fable 2 it has like the little information you can read when it's loading? Apparently, even though the default, if you haven't played Fable before and you go straight to Fable 2, the default wall settings is the good ending, or the mix of the 2, I think. But one of the loading infos say that the hero of Oakvale snapped and killed the guildmaster and carved in his head into his forehead, "Your health is low," making it seem like the hero of Oakvale turned full evil. Even if you don't do that in your run, it says it happens, which is ridiculous. Because as I said, it contradicts itself, doesn't it? How long is your trip? Or how long's the flight, this one?
I'm not too sure. Already about halfway.
Yeah, I'm still surprised my dwarf can lift this longbow. Because it's basically, on his back it reaches his feet and over his head. And they're saying he hasn't got enough strength to wield a crossbow. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, we're just kind of halfway now, guys. As always, we're doing live time and weather.
Yeah, I'm probably just going to do like one long video again, like I have been doing.
Excellent.
Yeah.
When we come on to approach here, rather than go round, I'm going to just stand straight forward.
I do love it though that in cut scenes like this, our helmets are all removed. Like we've taken the time to take off our helmets to look at something. My one would have been able to be kept because it's just a leather helmet with no face mask. Sten has a proper armoured helmet. And that must be a hassle to take off every time though.
Another one. Rebellion? What's this about a rebellion? If only the book weren't burned. But Sophia must have had her reasons. The Wardens are heroes. Some injustices just can't be ignored. We can only hope.
They get a new helmet as well. Got a mace, got a heavy shield, but Ben is a two-handed fighter.
Oh god, is this supposed to be a runway here? Oh god.
Okay, what is Liliana's stats for God's sake? She's a stealth fighter, but she has 18 in strength? Because in the opening, actually her shown weapon of choice is that of a bow. But she appears to you with swords on her back, making you think she's more of a dual wielding rogue. But she isn't. And then she has an 18 in her strength, which is ridiculous. Second floor. I just auto saved. That can't be good.
This is MJBB-02 coming to land. And I hope this is the runway.
Oh,
Make them pay for every inch, men!
What just happened?
We must be careful.
Oh. Took my eyes off the runway for 1 second.
oh god, got a rage demon.
I really took that by quite a bit.
You still landed though, I'm guessing.
Oh, yeah. But I was shot by quite a bit.
Well, I'm facing a rage demon.
This is MJBB-02 for power. We do apologise for the overrun of the runway. But guys, we've made it to MJ. The Iggy MJ. As always, I'll
How is it he? Oh, God, he's fucking.
But I'm going to put this into the log, and I'll see you next time where we'll be leaving Iggy's MJ. See you then. Oh.
Yeah, this is the rage demon. Oh, and it's dead.
It was the ring demon.
Is my mic still okay and everything?
And my gran, she knew.
1 2 1 2.
Yeah. 13 minutes, is that all? Yeah, I don't know how I overran that by so much.
I believed that my family was better, but answers.
But here's the thing, there's a saying that people in aviation always say, which is, any landing you walk away from is a good landing.
Spirit, we must be on our guard. It will be done.
Make a preserver. Begin the onslaught.
Oh,
Step no further, Warden. This one would speak with you. This one is the Dryden, Commander, Sophia.
Grandmother?
You have slain many. This one would propose a deal.
That, or she's really let herself go. My great-great-grandmother is dead. I don't know what that is.
This one has tasted her memories. See, but she is food for this one. No more, no less. What is one woman child compared to your might? Strike me down if my turn. A fool this one would be to betray the warden.
You can't be serious. There's nothing left of Commander Dryden. She's possessed.
Your fledgling should mind its place. Meek, subservient, quiet. The soldier's peak traps me. This one sees so many tantalizing places in the Dryden's memories. For me to be free, into the old mage tower you go and destroy. In return, this one seals the veil. No more demons. No more enemies. Your peak would be safe. Just let this one go into the world. This one will roam. This one... But without me, the veil will grow weak. You choose just one of my kind, or many. The magics, all moving things, the very stone if you have the power. Something inside keeps my kind locked away. Yes.
Hi everybody, this is your captain speaking as always, and today we're going to be leaving EGMJ and going to EGRQ Oakley, which is here. Today we will be in this lane, which needs updates, EG1, okay, and let's fly.
Now we get our... Is that all you got?
I have the high ground.
You are the chosen one.
Ooh.
Okay, looks like we're ready.
And I leveled up. Nice.
Okay, break is off. Taking off from EGMJ. So long, friend.
Now let's see if that armour's better for Sven.
Okay, we've now left. Not gonna lie, probably my least favourite airport so far.
Yeah.
It was so small and cramped.
There it is. In the warden armour.
I can't believe my great-great-grandmother was still alive. Well, sort of alive. sort of dead. I need a drink. I can't believe my great-great-grandmother was still alive. Well, sort of alive, sort of dead. I need a drink.
Yeah, rather ironically, we were here before the last flight in Bedford, but we came down, and now we're going back.
What is it? It is some kind of trap. Of course.
While they fight, I'm just going to deactivate all these traps, and then take out the archers.
I will not fall. Of course.
It's weird playing an archer. I miss being in the thick of battle.
We must be careful. Very well. Shall not touch me.
But the wind looks bad on this. And we're about halfway already. It's gone quite quick.
Day 32. Day 82. Day 97. But there are no more subjects left. If only I had one more, or a dozen. The things I could do. I hear you. Don't disrupt my concentration. Even now, the demons seek to replenish their numbers. Are you to thank for this welcomed but temporary imbalance? Only just. I have only a short...
Careful. This man has dabbled in...
So the Maker told you that, did he? Short-sighted men have forbidden my... Why are you here? What is your intent? An admirable goal. But in order to achieve this, the demons... To what questions, I wonder? Ask. The Chantry foolishly forbids blood magic. As my body decayed, I found ways to extend it. But that can only... What use would storytelling serve? The tyrant Arland is long dead. As it... Sophia's corpse may walk and talk, but she too... He ruled with fear and poison. We thought him a monster. But the toll of years has erased our failure, hasn't it? Too many mouths to quiet. Even sorcery can only... So we met with Tirn Kuzland, with him on our side. Instead, the King's Guard ambushed us. Commander Dryden and I barely escaped. Of course, to nudge people to keep our secret. Sophia should have let me nudge harder. Her scruples were her undoing. Perhaps, but for months, I prepared the sum... That moment was a triumph of demonic law. But with so many variables, I suppose, calculation errors were inevitable. She gave the order. I would have summoned the demons anyway. Only under wardens can true magical a chance to rediscover the secrets of ancient Tevinter. Chantry lies told to subjugate the mages, to keep them docile.
I've got around here.
And how do you know they are right? Their faith would have you swallow. My only regret is that it failed, and that I... Yes?
Master Mage, sir, my family name has been... Do you have any proof that Sophia was a hero?
The boy who braved the mists. So you heeded my call. And you are a Dryden. The cosmos has a sense of humor. He was but a boy when he entered the tunnels below the peak. His heart pure, his character certain. In dreams, I gave him the keys he would need. He would be my deliverance. Your great-great-grand... Brave, charismatic, fiery. We fought against a tyrant, you know, so full of vigor then. But proof? There's none to be...
I had hoped. But thank you, Warden.
To stop the demonic tide, to correct the blood magic comes from demons. They could counter it, but the darkspawn taint, that is alien to them.
This is MJ3-01. Coming to land.
This knowledge could not only save Soldier's Peak, with it the Wardens could grow even more powerful. You've already... But in time, with the proper materials, I could learn so much more. So be it. If justice or vengeance drive you, stay your hand until the demons are dealt with. We must go to the great... There will be peril.
The question is, do I drink that vial? Might as well.
Okay, coming to land, take 2. Well, take 3 actually. This doesn't look good. They were taken back off. That was not.
We must act quickly. The veil must be closed. I will unravel waves of spirits and demons. I will... First,
Okay, I've decided I don't like grass runways because apparently you're supposed to be able to land in that tiny bit.
What did you go off each time then? Did you skid?
No, I landed on it once.
No, I meant with your other grass runway.
Yeah, I overshot it. But it's too short. But either way, we've landed. I'll make the next one to a normal runway, I think, because they're easy to land at. But again, you'll see me put this into the log. We're counting it because we didn't crash, even though we did overshoot it. But
oh god, Desire Demon.
so thanks for watching, and join me next time.
Eat my arrows! Yeah, I just killed a desire demon. Basically, lust demon.
It's over. The veil. So what of me? Will you leave me to experiment in peace? I feel I am close to a breakthrough, and I will share anything I learn with the Warden.
You've done it, Warden. Soldier's Peak is safe again. That old geezer of Vernus deserves the gallows if you ask me, but I would stay away from his lab. I think he needs more wardens for research. God, but there was no proof to redeem my family. Well, for so long I was focused on but I think I would have been better off had I stayed at home. Enough of that, though. You've got a whole fortress now. I suppose I should start plying my trade again. I might use the peak as a base of so many bandits about. But nice place to store trade goods. You, of course, will get a sizable...
The barrier between this world and the next will hold, and in time the land's scars will heal.
Once my family comes, I might have some merchandise you could buy.
Yeah, and Soldier's Peak now becomes like a... Because the guy you helped is now setting up like a trading place there. And you get a massive discount, because we're the last Grey Warden, so we basically own the peak. I don't know what I should go, so I go with like the elemental powers, or so I go with the shapeshifting ability. I do want to do like a mage build at one point though again. This is always fun, because look at one of the skills you can use. Shapeshifter, you can turn into like a bear and spider and all that. But you know what? I normally do shapeshifter for my spellcasters, even if they're not. I think I'm going to go with the primal ability, which is like fire, earth, ice, and lightning. That kind of useful. How are they all a level above me, for God's sake?
Yeah, I've found like a normal airport to go to. But I just remembered that I've got to take off out of the tiny one.
Oh no! Ooh. Okay, so what is her assigned stuff?
Okay. Hi everybody, and this is your captain speaking. Today, like I said last episode, we're actually going to go to a normal airport this time because airfields are not the one for me. I always find them too short. So we're going to a place called Daventry, which is over here, and we're taking off from here. And we'll be going in the big plane today, which is Dash 3. So, oh, I need to do 5 weather and time, and let's go. Oh, there we are.
Oh, there was a painting which had the sparkles of like something you can interact with. I did it. It said recite the Grey Warden's oath. I did it, and a stash just appeared. Oh,
Hey, this is MJBB -3 to tower.
probably not a sword
Taken
I
on.
can use because I'm an archer.
God, that was a squeeze taken off. The treetops might be a little bit grazed.
Is that a star? Requires 36 magic. That could be quite an improvement though. What plane you're in? The medium sized one.
No, it's the big one.
Oh, isn't it?
Because the bigger the plane, the quicker you can get from one place to the other.
Do you only use the big one now then?
No, just this one journey is a bit bigger. In the small one, it was going to take like 20 minutes. 9 minutes in this one.
There's this place done. Got an achievement for it as well.
Yeah, nice.
Going back to the camp.
And a wind farm over there.
What do you wish of me? If you must. I was not born such. 'Tis a skill of Flemeth's, taught the chastened have tales of we witches. When a child is alone and separate from his tribe, that is when we strike, dragging the young boy kicking and screaming to our lair to be devoured. A most amusing legend. Oh? I truly doubt that children would be worth the effort. They are. That said, I cannot speak for the tastes of my mother. She has, after all, lived a very lengthy... Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to know? Anyone with sufficient will. But the act of transformation is a magical one. 'Tis a spell and thus required. If you had a notion to learn such a skill for yourself, sadly, you must remain disappointed. The form of an animal is different from my own. One may study the creature. In time, I gain nothing by studying another human. I already am the same as they are. I learn nothing. So there were nights when the wild... You look upon the world around you and you think you know it well. But my life is as a human. I am under no illusions to the contrary. They do not shy away from me. To their senses, I believe. As to what they
I
think,
wonder why that blue
I
one in there.
cannot say, just as I am still human. No,
It's called
tis not Some of
EGBK.
these
Is it Burger
traditions are
King?
old, passed down as kept. The
Rather
zealots
than
of
the
the church
drive-through, it's
would
a
uproot
fly-through
all
one.
such practitioners if they could. But as luck have it, some still exist. My mother is such a one. I am surprised you think so. Still, 'tis a pleasant thing to... Indeed. Have you an opinion on my abilities, then? Am I an unnatural abomination to be put to the torch? I wouldn't... But enough
It's
of such
called Sywell Aerodrome.
Yeah, they did do one thing to improve talking to companions in the later games, because it actually tells you what sort of reply you're giving. With this one, it's just in a line you have to pick. In the other ones, it's like a circular wheel you can pick from, and there's an image in the circle showing what it is, if it's a flirty comment, if it's a one that will get you to attack them. This one, it's just a list, so you can't tell which.
Yeah.
I am here because... Why? Do you wish me to leave? I can do so if you prefer. If I wanted to leave, then I would go. I remain...
Fuck.
What do you wish of me? If you must. Why do you ask me such questions? I do not probe you for pointless information, do I? Beg pardon, then, while I jump for... What is it you asked? If I grew up in the wilds? For many years it was simply Flemeth, and in time I grew curious. I left the wilds to explore what lay beyond, never for long. Brief forays into a civil... Would you not do the same? Your work. For all that I had, I was unfamiliar with so much. So confident and bold was I, yet there was much that Flemeth couldn't. Equal parts daring and fool. Only once was I accused of being a witch of the wilds, and that by a chastened who happened to be travelling with a merchant caravan. He pointed and gasped, and began shouting in his strange language, and most assumed he was casting some curse upon me. I acted the terrified girl, and naturally, he was arrested. Men are always willing to believe two things about a woman. One, that she is weak, and two, that I played the weakling and battered my eyelashes at the captain of the guard. The point being that I was able to move through human lands fairly easily. Whatever humans think a witch...
Controller plugging out again.
There are things about human society which have always puzzled me, such as the touching. Why all the touching for a simple greeting? To begin with, yes. What is the point of touching my hand? There were many nuances that Flemeth could never tell me of. When to look into another's eyes. How to eat at a table. How to bargain without offending. None. I still do not understand it all, truth be told, but then I gave up long ago any hope of doing so. When I returned to the wilds last, I swore to Flemeth that I had no intention of leaving again. Yes? Let's ignore the... Not that I lack appreciation. Well, let's get on with it before the ground opens up and...
It's me who made that mistake I made.
At times, a world full of people and buildings and things was all very foreign to me. If I wished companionship, I ran with the wolves, and don't be foolish. I recall the first time I crept beyond the edge of the wilds. I did so in... I happened upon a noblewoman by her carriage, adorned in sparkling garments, the likes of which I had never before seen. I snuck up behind her and stole a hand mirror from the carriage. It was encrusted in gold and crystalline gemstones, and I hugged it to my chest with delight as I sped back to the wilds. Flemeth was furious with me. I was a child and had not yet come into my full power. To teach me a lesson, Flemeth took the mirror and smashed it upon the ground. And a foolish one, Flemeth was right to break me of my beauty and love are without those lessons I would not be here today, as difficult as they might have been. They did To return to your original question, perhaps my time in the wilds was indeed lonely. I find myself at times wondering what might have become of the girl with the beautiful golden mirror, but such... Yes? If you must. You are very cute to ask so many questions. And my mother has been hunted from time to time, yes, by Templar fools like Alistair. Flemeth made a bit of a game of it, in fact. The Templars would come again, and she would look at me and smile and say that the fun was to begin once more. They came with as much swagger and arrogance as they did self-righteousness. Pity them if you wish, for they held no... Flemeth would warn them once. 'Twas a warning they inevitably... And then the true game began. Often Flemeth would use me as bait. A little girl to scream and run and lure the Templars deeper into the wilds and to their doom. 'Twas a game, and I a young girl. Thankfully, the wilds is a vast place. Once they found us, Flemeth would simply move us elsewhere. I did not understand the danger we faced until I was much older. I had never heard of apostates or maleficarum. Perhaps they did. Still, I do not... The chantry sees any mages not leashed to the circle. It may even be true. Still, those of us who prefer freedom see no reason to submit.
I can't do this.
Thank you for small favors, then, at the very least. Enough of this talk. Let us return to the task. Yes? If you must. Well, that depends, does it not? What does she seem to be? Sometime. Tell me, how much do you know of the tale? The one that the chastened still tell of my mother, to frighten them into obedience. Ah, I see. I can relay what Flemeth once told me herself, and you can decide whether or not 'tis the truth, if you desire. As the tale is sung by the bards, there was a time when Flemeth was young and beautiful. No, quite true, but this part only. The tales say that Flemeth fell in love with Osen the bard, and fled. In truth, my mother claims that 'twas Osen who was her husband, and Conobar the jealous lord, who looked on from... Lord Conobar approached young Osen and offered him wealth and power in exchange for his lovely wife, and Osen agreed. The life of a bard is a poor one, and all would have been well had Lord Conobar kept his end of the bargain. But he was a foul man who bargained with Osen was led off to a field and slain, left for dead. Flemeth spoke to the spirits and learned of the deed, and swore revenge. That was not the point. Conobar had no honor, so Flemeth begged the spirits to aid her, and 'twas they who slew Conobar. The demon the legend tells of came late. Lord Conobar's allies chased Flemeth, you see, chased her to the wilds, and there she hid. The legends all speak of the great hero Cormac, he who defeated Flemeth and her great army when she invaded the lowlands centuries later. All lies. The truth of the matter is that there was never an invasion. As Flemeth tells it, the Chastened never raised an army under her banner, and she never fought with any warrior named Cormac. Cormac led a brutal civil war against his own people, and later claimed it was to vanquish evil that had taken root amongst the lords. Thus, Flemeth was only attached to the legend much later. Perhaps 'twas due to the great war with the Chastened that eventually came, but Mother claims not to know how it began.
Yeah, I'm scrapping that episode, unfortunately.
What happened? Because the controllers.
No, the runway, the grass ones are too small. And you can't land on it. I don't understand. It was on a hill.
Oh God.
A hill, and it was too short. How are you supposed to land on a hill that's too short?
You're not.
So I'll just pick a different location now.
I thought you found a runway. What was
That
a
was
normal?
it. Look on the pictures. It's a normal one, but when I got there, it's not. It's bloody grass.
That makes no sense.
The demon within her has transformed her into... I only know my mother is clever, and she is part of the... But she is no immortal. She bleeds. A blade in her heart would kill her like any other, were it lucky enough to find her. I do not believe everything that Flemeth claims. Oft it seems her bitterness has... But on the whole, yes, I believe this tale, if not all. You ask if I have sisters. The stories tell of many witches of the wilds after all, not just the one. Flemeth refuses to speak of other daughters, if they existed. So, should I believe I am her first? I doubt that too. The Chastened tell of a falling out between Flemeth and her daughters. They say that one day she hunted them. It may be true. I have never seen another witch or heard of one. Perhaps one day Flemeth will eat my heart as well. How often is this usually? Always? There are more things in this world and the next than you or I could... Flemeth tells it with far more embellishment than I. Dare I ask of your own mother? Few are abominations of legend, 'tis true, but I find myself curious nevertheless. Ah, then you have my sympathies, which is very little, I am certain. It... Yes? If you must. Yes? We are in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any. What's this? 'Tis a rather odd discussion you seem to desire, leaning in so closely. Oh, it's humor you desire, hmm? I didn't realize comedy had anything to do with this. How true. Yes? We are in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any. Yes? If you must.
Let's try this again. Hey, hi everybody. This is your captain speaking. And today we'll be going from hopefully where we landed last time
Are you
to
sure I can't interest you in this hat?
Bo-
A pair of
Bo's Eat.
earrings, perhaps?
There's
A
8,
cheese knife?
which is over here.
Near the tier low game.
7 minutes
That's what I've
in
heard on the road, anyway.
our small one. And lifetime and weather. Let's go. There's some grass, but I'm currently in a smaller plane, not just a land one.
Nah,
How's it going?
pretty good. All that talking I was doing was to build up the whole meter Morgan has.
Mm.
Why are we stopping?
Okay, this is MWB
Dark
-1 to
spot
take off.
fought. Is this delay needful? You are concerned. No need. I am fit enough to fight. No. Get used to... People are not simple. They cannot be summarized for easy reference in the... I am. I have always fought in war, dwarf. Some of them. They aren't all alike. are distant. Ferelden and the Darkspawn are immediate. As you wish. Yes.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Hmm. Yeah, I think all the gold places on the map are DLC ones. Because all the people up there
Stop eating.
can't. Option 2, Russell must bring your own ambush for a change. And it's in got an exclamation mark at the end.
I'm hungry.
Stuff your face at camp. For now, watch the bloody road.
But we've been looking at the road for hours.
Will one of you pay attention?
Hey, who's that?
We will need to fight shortly. Very well. Very well. It will be done. Of course. As you say. Very well. Yes. As you say. It will be done. As you say. Very well. As you say.
Now we get out.
Yes. It will be done. Of course. As you say. Yes.
Watch out!
The task is finished.
Oh, ice arrows.
Yeah, right. Yeah, autopilot come off.
Arrows.
My question is,
It will be done. Very well.
condition of starting from the road.
Yes. Of course. Very well. As you say.
Make her be praised.
I have done it. What is that? A trap?
Allow me. I should do that for you.
It will be done. Of course. Very well. As you say. Yes. As you say. It will be done. It is some kind of trap. Very well. What is that? A trap?
You'll have to forgive me if I seem a bit nervous. Not, of course, that's part of my problem, isn't it? Mule got spooked by a wisp and ran off into the woods. Now what? Oh, no. Allow me to introduce myself. Felix de Grosbois. I don't normally talk this week, but with the war, I was hoping for a bit of luck and good. Sadly, I've had neither. Ugh, this... Of all the other things that went wrong, the worst is this It's a control rod, I'm told, for a golem. No point in me keeping it, however, as I'll never get to use it. But, maybe you could? Nothing. I just don't want to have to lug around something that might be taken for a gemstone by some bandit. To be honest, I don't even know if it'll be useful to you. I paid too much to simply throw it away. Just as... You'll find the golem in a village named Honleith, in the hinterlands. Here, I'll mark it on you. I've heard it might be dangerous there with all the dark. Just hold up the rod and say Dulaf Gar. Best of luck.
I can't see it.
Enemies ahead, of course. Yes,
I have the high ground,
as you say. Yes,
which is perfect for an archer.
yes. Very well.
Make a preserver.
It will be done. Of course.
Clover coming to land.
Oh, you found the place then?
Yeah, I had to go around like 3 times or 2 times.
God.
It's literally just bloody grass. No lights or anything to say it's a bloody airport. And I'll most likely overshoot it if it's another grass one. I have the worst luck with.
I didn't expect
Yep,
the Lord's
overshot
men to
it.
notice my
And we're
escape
going
so
for the
quickly.
trees. For fuck's
I
sake.
tried to hide here in the woods, but there wasn't time. And now I'm a dead man.
Yep, need to redo it. Again. For fuck's sake.
You were there in Ostagar. You know how things went. For me, it was either this or die in some dark spawn's belly, or
And Paul's doing this
you
now.
were there with the Grey Wardens, one of Duncan's maker. All that time in Ban Loren's prison, and I couldn't stop thinking about all they suffered that one dark night at Ostagar. Even had Logain's men not turned their backs on us, the Darkspawn were too many. The king entrusted me with the key to the royal arms chest. If anything were to happen to him, he said, it was vital I deliver it to the Wardens. The Maker has a sense of humor, doesn't he? I suppose it's for the best, however. Had I kept it, it would be...
Hi everybody, this is your captain speaking as always.
Battlefield, so I stashed
Today
it
we'll be going from Oakley to
probably still there.
Bose8, however you pronounce it.
If anyone can,
In the smallest plane we have
at the base of a statue. I'll draw a map
with
for you.
lifetime.
If you have any
Let's
survivors
go.
of the battle, it is vital that the king's documents do not fall into the wrong hands. As for Marik's sword, it is too powerful to be pawed at by those monsters. Same for the king's other arms and armor. And if you happen to find Kaelin's body, see it off.
I've just got the other DLC thing done now. You know the place where I was originally, the bit where that big battle was. I can go back there now as part of the DLC to get the armor and all that.
Nice.
So I go back to Ostagar and do that. You know what? If I do that, I'll have another powerful strength set to give to my other strength character who I meet in the dwarf city. So yeah, I should do that. I want to get the golem first.
Coin, stranger? With Orzammar closed off, old Tegra can get you a discount. Fine weapon and arms, dwarven made. These are vile and tainted creatures. It will be done. Very well. Yes. Very well. It will be done. As you say. Very well. Yes. It will be done. Of course. Very well. Yes. As you say. Of course. Very well. It will be done. Of course. As you say. As you say. Yes. As you say. Yes.
If we get to that here, guys, I'm going to turn left a little bit
Of course.
and then come round a bit more.
Darkspawn. Beware. As you say. Yes.
And we'll be finding now off.
Very well.
So I can see the wrong way.
It looks like a golem, doesn't it? An actual golem, and not a statue at all.
God.
I am done.
Oh, we've landed.
Did it go okay this time?
Yeah, I went round rather than going straight down. I killed as much speed as I could before landing this time. Oh. Right, there's my...
And then the wings fall off your plane.
Don't care, I've landed now. That's the engineer's problem.
Your wings just...
How you walk out of...
What did I hit?
Just walk out the plane.
You can't, because now they're blocking the door.
No, it's not where the door is.
Are they? I swear it's like just above where the door is.
Just walk out of it and be like, well, done my job, hand the keys over to the engineer.
Now do yours.
Well guys, I'll now put this into the log. And join me next time. Bye everybody.
Hopefully a longer runway. Why do someone just lock a wooden round shield in a chest, for fuck's sake?
Some people are weird.
Yeah, and I could pick to play as any of my companions at any time. So if I wanted to do a close combat fight, I could switch to Sven or someone. Ow, fuck. This Darkspawn wizard just used Fireball on me. And then Sven just cuts him in half with his sword. Quite a few rooms.
Yes.
By the Maker, we're saved.
You weren't sent by the ban, were you? To save us? A Grey Warden? But if you weren't sent by someone, why are you here? If you don't mind me asking. The statue outside? What? You brought the control rod, didn't you? You came here looking...
God, there's a place called Long Marston Airfield. Look what they've got there.
Whoa!
That is cool.
That's when the engineers failed.
Yeah, look at that.
That damnable golem brought us nothing but trouble. My mother sold the rod years ago after it killed my father, and good riddance. How should I know? It must be. My father was its master, and it still killed him. Surely that... My father's name was Wilhelm, mage to the Arls of Redcliffe and A. One day, my mother found him outside the tower, with so many broken bones she could barely recognize him. My father deserved better than that. But if you really want to wake Shale up, well, it's yours now. My mother might have passed along the wrong command phrase when she sold the rod. She said she never wanted to see... Look, I'll tell you the command. I know you already saved my life, and I'm grateful. I don't know how she made it past my father's defenses. One of the men tried to go after her. He was killed, but you could find her, couldn't you? You will? My father's laboratory is just past...
The cool thing is, the golem doesn't actually use weapons. You equip gems to it to do different damage, and the gems on its back and all that change as well.
Mm.
As you say, it will be done.
I'm always running in head first with my archer. I've really learned not to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't died.
Yeah. You haven't died yet.
Don't jinx it, please. Injury kit. Oh.
Task is finished.
Okay. I found one. So I've just gone in and actually tested it to look on the game, and this is a normal runway.
Oh, good.
Which is good because I'm using the big plane. Okay. Hi everybody. Welcome to another episode of Flight Sim. And today we're going to a place called Mickleton or Michaelton from Bowsey. Who comes up with this bloody place name?
Someone from old times.
Well, oh yeah, I need to set live time. So, here we go.
Oh, that works.
Mickleton.
Just got an enchanted hood. Doesn't give any armour protection, but it has 16 different effects it has because of it. Yeah, it has cold 5% cold resistant, 5% nature resistant, 5% spirit resistant, 5 and +5 mental resistant. Has no actual armour, but that's still pretty good.
It hasn't got resistance.
No, then all its resistances will be useless. My resistance is I am immortal.
Okay, ready?
I have resistance. That means I am unbeatable. Wait, but if you have resistance, all your other resistances are resisted.
Fuck.
Which would mean, what would mean what? I could do this. I did not think of that. Yeah, and doing this bit, you can get the crystals for shell, or shell, however it's pronounced.
Hmm.
What do you mean you've never climbed a tree? Don't cats like to be in trees? Oh look, someone's come to play. You have come to play, haven't you? We're playing a guessing game. It's better with more people. Father? Oh, you can tell... Anyway, you should go if you're not going to play. Kitty finds you distracting. I can't go. Kitty says she can't come, and I'm not leaving her. She'd be lonely.
You are so kind, Amalia. I would miss you dearly if you left.
Of course she's a cat.
Talking is simple enough, once you know how. I am a cat. Nothing you say will convince Amalia to go with you. She loves only me now. I am her friend. I have done nothing. I am all but... I cannot leave this chamber. No, Amalia found me. It seems we are at an impasse, so let me release me, mortal, and let me have the girl. Let us return to her father
That's such a crude way of... I do not wish to harm Amalia. I merely want to see your world through her eyes. Is that so wrong?
I like you too.
But if it means escaping this prison, I am willing to leave on my own. The mage's wards hold me within this chamber, and only a mortal may approach them. There is a trick to disarming the wards, but I do not know it. Perhaps you will succeed where the girl failed.
Oh, this is so exciting. I've always wanted a cat, and Kitty is so perfect and pretty. Kitty sings to me. Father doesn't like cats.
Yeah, fun fact, guys, about where we're actually going to. It's also known as Long Marston Airfield, and it looks to be like an old military one because I'll put pictures on the screen. There's like all kinds of like old like warplanes and stuff there,
Grandpa Wilhelm locked her up in the
which, like I said, I'll put them on the screen.
Kitty is my best friend.
And that place there, in the little circle, is called Merrifield Airport. I wonder why it was in the circle, so I searched it.
Tell me a story. Oh, it's a flower. Is it a daffodil? I like daffodils. Tell me a story. I was thinking about the sun,
I
silly.
think I got it now. Move that down. Oh.
Guessing you figured it out because it saved.
Kitty? What?
A wonderful thing, my dear, for both of us. I have changed my mind. I like the girl.
Oh,
That cat is
so I get to go
terrifying.
with you
It's a
after
demon.
I mean, because of the graphics, but
What do I do? I want to do good. I don't want to let the demon possess her. But I believe that if I fight, she somehow force possesses her and we have to kill the girl.
oh, good luck with that.
Well, it's auto saved to this point, so.
I will take her.
Kitty! You're scaring me! I won't let you
Don't see the girl anywhere. Oh, thank God. You freed the demon but attacked it before it could possess Amelia. Amelia has escaped and hopefully returned safely to her father.
You did the right one then.
Oh no, it's if you try to kill her straight away, she would force possess the girl, I think. Go on your helmet, is it any better? It's the same, but ooh, +2 to all attributes and then +3 armor. That actually goes with the armor.
Of course. It will be done. Very well. Of course. As you say. It will be done. Of course.
There's another way it could have ended. You could have just because the deal was you freed the demon and then it would go find another host. The demon went back on the deal and was going to possess the girl. So you could have just let her possess her and then go back with the demon pretending to be the girl.
You did it! You freed her!
I'm sorry I ran away.
It's alright, Butterfly. The phrase to activate Shale is Dulan Han. If you still want that Now we should go, and quickly!
Oh yeah, I leveled up, didn't I? I'm now level 8, so that means I can now get the next lockpicking ability. Then after this, I'm probably going to go to Oscar again to do that DLC. Get like all the DLC done in this one. Then head to Warzamar. Yeah, this is the Golem.
I can't look at the
Oh yeah.
As we will shortly be coming into land.
I knew that the day
fuck.
would come when someone
Hey.
would find the control rod.
Restart.
Not even a mage
What
this
is it
time.
going to show me?
Probably stumbled across
Yes,
it
this is the
by
Golem.
accident, I suppose.
It has like crystals all on its shoulders and everything.
I stood.
Oh, you poor dear. That would be... Then one.
I was just beginning to get used to the quiet, too. Tell me, are all the villagers dead? Some got away, then. How unfortunate. Perhaps I may have forgotten after all the Gollum, fetch me that chair. Do be a good Gollum and squash that insipid bandit. And let's not forget Gollum. It does have the control rod, doesn't it? I am awake, so it must. I see the control. Go on, order me to do something. And nothing. I feel no compulsion to carry out its command. I suppose this means the rod is broken. I suppose if I can't be commanded, this means I have free will, yes? It is simply... What about it? It must have awoken me for some reason, no? What did it intend to do with me? May I ask what sorts of things it gets up to for which I could be so It refers to the Darkspawn, the very creatures that destroyed... The Darkspawn are an evil that must be destroyed, it's true. Though not as evil as the birds. Damnable feathered fiends.
Oh yeah, Shale doesn't like birds because when he was petrified after being after killing his former master, they shat all over him. So he has a vendetta against birds.
Yes, very likely. I watched this village for so long, unable to move or act. So I have no idea what I want to do. I'm glad to be mobile. Was that... Did I? I remember that I had a former master. Did I kill him? I hope I did kill him. Perhaps the last order he barked was, Gollum, stop crushing my head. Ah! Yes, I'm just funny that way. I will follow it about then. For now, I am called Shale, by the way. This should be in...
You know what? Let's get rid of Liliana. I can be the only rogue in this party. And add Shale. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. A dwarf, a canary, a witch, and a golem. Sounds like it's the beginning of a joke.
They walk into a bar.
Well, we're about to walk into the ruins of a battlefield. Does that count? Oh no.
Fishing kicker.
Squisser? Did you see that? I don't know what happened. But yeah, he hates any birds.
I can't really blame him.
Because being frozen in place for so long, a lot of birds were sat on him. He was like, the dark one are especially evil, but not as evil as birds, those feathery fiends. But yeah, my playthrough is normally like myself, who's a rogue, a spellcaster, and then two heavy fighters, either being Sten and Shell, or one or the other one who uses a massive axe, who's also a dwarf. So I normally favour the dwarf for obvious reasons. Dwarfs are superior to all races. Okay, time to get on with this DLC. Me, I want a new bow. I've had this since I started Ostigar. Back when it was a normal face.
Ostagar beneath the Darkspawn. If you could not hold it, was it
We're about halfway now.
Ah, no. That's the main reason I don't use an arts that much. You don't get bows all that often. Because just look at my bow's damage. This is the bow I've had since I arrived at Ostagar before I was a Grey Warden. And my allies do like 10, their weapons are like 10 plus damage.
Yeah, something cool about where we're going, guys. It's also known as Long Marston Airfield, and it looks to be like an old military one, because there's always like old-timey like warplanes there, which I'll put photos up on the screen now of.
Yeah, do you remember when we went to France in year 6 and we were meant to go to the D-Day beaches to see all the old boats and all that? We went to the bit on top of it, which is now a graveyard for it all.
Loads of the little white crosses.
Yet we never went to the beach part, which was annoying. Oh shit! How many of they full already? I had like 20 spaces. I was able to free up 4 spaces by using all my accessories on myself and the other characters. I should really use my runes. Oh yeah, you have to collect the King Kalen's armor in this area and all that, and you can actually get it as it should be. Oh, you need 36 strength for that, but obviously I'm working my way up on 10. He's got 33, so one more level will give him enough, and he's nearly there.
Yeah.
But the problem is I'm not going to have enough space for everything. So let's move certain stuff. Don't need all that.
autopilot is coming off.
There we go. I freed up 10 more spaces, giving me 14.
We must strike quickly, as you say. It will be done. Of course. Yes. Very well.
Huh. There's literally just a sword stabbed into the ground here. Right. Genlock Boards Master. I can be the only archer on this battlefield to die. Oh! Yeah. You may notice that each item has something different, like they're made from different materials. There's different tiers. Tier 4 Vederium. We haven't. No one can use them. Sven can, but he's got better ones.
Slay these monsters.
Yes, as you say. Very well. Yes. As you say. Very well. Very well. It will be done. Yes.
Keep passing over the runway too high up.
Oh.
You come lower down. Hooray!
You made it?
Yeah. I did 2 passovers, but we made it in the end. Well guys, we've now landed at Long Marston Airfield. And as always, I will now put this into the log. Join me next time.
Arrow of Filth. Yoink.
And join me next time. And bye.
I hate to think what they do +3 nature damage. These arrows have barbed tips and will like how some archers there were some really weird things archers would dip their arrows into.
Oh.
I've got a second bit of Kaylin's armour, it's just a shield bow.
It will be done.
That's just another picture of my game as well.
Oh, nice. Oh, talk about Sven only needing 3 more XP, 3 more in his stats. He's just leveled up again. My leg started to hurt sitting down like that.
Yes, if you must.
Repeater gloves. Rapid aim. These gloves are actually better for like archers and all that.
It is some kind of trap.
As long as there's an update.
No, I've wrapped up for today.
Ah.
Just send all my commentary clip, so I do it on Bluetooth now. So I haven't plug it in.
Oh, nice. Just let me finish up this fight. And
I wish it'd take like 5 minutes, didn't it?
Oh. I still need a better bow. Oh, my arrows of filth gone, yep.
Filth ridden. Yeah, I was actually thinking we'll ask Hannah when we go down, but we could always take her gaming laptop down and do a Mario Kart and actually make a video of it.
Yeah?
If she wants to.
Being careful on what I pick up now. Yeah, but just look how big the bow is.
I know. Why does the golem look like the thing to me? Like, is it fantastic?
What looks like the thing?
Yeah.
It's a stone golem. Well, that is a good point. Except just with gems on it.
I am afraid not.
I have to find the key, where he hid the key to open that.
Why did you just ask him?
He's dead.
Ah.
And he drew a map. he drew a map to where he hid it, but
Cody just asked him. He's dead. Okay, you cannot ask him.
he did say it was he hid it beneath a statue. Saying you're avoiding off guard to find it over on the dark spot, but see where positions are not as entrenched as you had feared, and most are. Yeah, look, it says, according to Eric, the king kept. Now he drew a map to where the key was hidden. I think he just trusts him.
Group.
For fuck's sake, he's a fucking necromancer.
We must be careful. There is danger now.
Also, I'm sorry, but he looks straight out of Warcraft.
Goddamn fucking skeleton mage!
Very well. It will be done. As you say. Very well. Yes.
Your time to shine.
It will be done.
The Paragons could not have done better.
That might be the. Oh.
Oh, it tells you on there anyway.
That could go quickly then. Let's get the documents what I needed. I'll get the key, then open the chest. And then go search for the armour. Yeah, for playing as a like rogue and not an archer, you can get quite a good. You can get some good swords and all that. I don't think I've ever got the key before because I've always thought it was deeper in, which makes actually no sense now that I think about it.
I'm done. I don't know what.
Oh, it's a long sword. It's a one-handed. This is what I would use if I was a rogue. He could use it, but it's a one-handed sword, so best to use. See, even that.
To say about a man who leaves such a blade behind.
Now that's done, we'll have to do is find all the armour pieces. Check my... I've still got enough space. Won't by the end of it though.
As you say. Very well. Of course.
Equal transfer done.
Yeah.
Darkspawn. Beware. Of course. Yes. It will be done. As you say. Very well. Very well. Yes. Very well. Of course. As you say. Very well. It will be done. Yes. Of course. Very well.
Yeah, I'm about to pick up another piece, I think, soon. Because I just killed one.
Grey Warden.
I'll kill 100 Darkspawn. Yeah, that is a lot better. Oh, you have to go into the tower again? Yay! So I think I'll save it and end it here if you're done. Still did quite a bit. Once I've killed these. Okay everyone, that's it for now, but next time we should hopefully get through Ostagar and then we'll head to one of the main areas, probably Orzammar, the dwarf capital again. So until then everyone, bye!